Uniform personnel, attend. Color guard, forward. Uniform personnel, present. Order. Color guard, left. Forward. Uniform personnel, parade.
I want to thank everyone for being here today as we honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice serving their communities. I also want to thank the men and women who currently serve our community in their capacity as law enforcement officers, and I would like to recognize their families and their efforts for what they do daily to protect our community. Now I'm going to read the proclamation signed by the commissioners on May 5th in the matter of proclaiming May 19th through 15th, 2021 as Police Week in Jackson County, Oregon. This is Board Order Number 68-21. Whereas there are more than 900,000 law enforcement officers serving in communities across the United States, including the dedicated members of law enforcement agencies in Jackson County. And whereas over 60,200 assaults against law enforcement officers are reported each year, resulting in over 18,000 injuries. And whereas since the first recorded death in 1791, more than 22,000 law enforcement officers in the United States have made the ultimate sacrifice and have been killed in the line of duty, including members of law enforcement in Jackson County. And whereas the names of these dedicated public servants are engraved on the walls of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C., and whereas 434 new names of fallen heroes are being added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial this spring, including 139 officers killed in 2019 and 295 officers killed in 2020. And whereas the service and sacrifice of all officers killed in the line of duty will be honored during the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund's 33rd Annual Candlelight Vigil on the evening of May 13, 2021. And whereas the Candlelight Vigil is part of the National Police Week, which takes place May 9th through the 15th of this year, and whereas May 12th is designated as Peace Officer Memorial Day in honor of all fallen officers and their families, and the United States flag shall be flown at half-staff. Now therefore, the Board of Commissioners of Jackson County proclaims May 9th through 15th, 2021 as Police Week in Jackson County, Oregon, and publicly salutes the service of law enforcement officers in our community and communities across the nation. Jackson County Board of Commissioners, Rick Dyer, Chair, Dave Daughter, and Colleen Roberts. I'd like to introduce Chief of Medford Police, Scott Clausen.
At this time, I'd like to read the Jackson County Peace Officer Memorial Roll Call, May 12th, 2021. August D. Singler, Jackson County Sheriff, April 23rd, 1913. Arthur S. Hubbard, Fish and Game Commission Warden, December 17, 1914. Charles H. Bass, Jackson County Sheriff's Deputy, June 12, 1917. Samuel Prescott, Ashland Police Department, January 24, 1931. Victor Knott, Ashland Police Department, November 19, 1931. Constable George J. Prescott, Medford Police Department, March 16, 1933. Philip B. Loud, Oregon State Police, June 24, 1952. And Officer Malchus Williams, Ashland Police Department, March 2nd, 2018. I would also like to acknowledge the law enforcement officers who were from Jackson County but died in the line of duty while serving other agencies. Naval Criminal Investigative Service Special Agent and former Medford police officer Doug Cosina. End of watch March 17, 1988, Philippine Islands. Oregon State Police Trooper Brett Clodfelter. End of watch September 30, 1992, Klamath Falls. John Cook, San Francisco PD. End of watch June 12, 2002, in San Francisco. Oregon State Police Trooper Ralph Bates. End of watch November 8, 1962, in Arlington, Oregon. And Trooper Sergeant Patrick Scott Johnson, Division of Alaska State Troopers. End of watch May 1, 2014, in Yukon River Village, Tanana, Alaska. Thank you.
Uniform personnel, attend. Dismissed.